Whether you're here or not, God's going to move on. And I intend to move with him. And if something happens that I fall by the wayside, God's still going to move on. And I'll be left behind. But I said to this church some time ago, 2, 3, 4 years ago, when God really began to impart his vision down into our hearts, I said, if you're not careful, you'll get left behind. You remember that? Because God's moving on. And I'll tell you something else. God will move on whether Hopewell does or not. But we are. And I'll tell you why we are. I already said it, because we're the church born in vision, born in a prophetical word from above. That's why. Jesus is now asking Peter for something Peter can't give. An internal sacrifice and a yielding. Between these two times, well, in chapter 21, in verse 18. Now, chapter 21 is after the resurrection. It's after the crucifixion and the resurrection. And Jesus said, verily, verily, I say unto thee. Now, here's what he's saying to Peter. When you were young, you girdest yourself. In other words, you were able to clothe yourself and put your robes on, and whenever you wanted to, you had the liberty, you had the freedom and the independence, and you walked where you wanted to go. But when thou shalt be old, thou shalt stretch forth thy hands, and another shall gird thee and carry thee whither thou wouldest not. In other words, he's saying to Peter, persecution is coming. Persecution is coming. What's he asking of Peter? He's asking of Peter for a total sacrifice. That's what he's asking of him. He's asking Peter now, from now on, Peter, you don't follow me just for the external excitement, but you follow me with your heart, carrying a cross. Denying yourself. And you know what Peter did? He fed the sheep. He fed the sheep.